I feel like you're going to tell us a story about how, you and your cousins in Italy would, car surf on the Ferraris and Lamborghinis going around the corner. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
It's coming close.
Oh, my gosh. We're welcoming back Chef Robert Cillizza. He's the master chef there at City Dock Restaurant. And, man, you've got Valentine's Day more than covered here.
Yeah, just something to play around when you have kids or something. You can make gingerbread and just go crazy. Let them decorate
totally steal the gingerbread idea.
Yeah.
You think of it as just kind of a Christmas thing, but man,
you can
that's
go
such
crazy
a great
with
idea.
It. What we're making today is I'm going to start off with the calzone as a dessert.
Because they've got to go in the oven.
They got to go in the oven.
All right.
You can go to your local pizzeria and buy dough balls. I think it's probably about $1 for a 20-ounce dough ball. You can cut it into 4 segments, let it proof for about an hour. And then just go ahead and, I'm used to hand tossing, but I'm not going to do it today because I'd probably look like the Pillsbury Doughboy when I'm done with flour all over the place. So I'll use the rolling pin.
Okay. Here are the ingredients, too, by the way. We're
Ingredients are up. What I've got is the ricotta cheese, the mascarpone. I've got an egg in there. I've got powdered sugar and regular sugar. The reason why it's already mixed is once you get it mixed, you've got to put it in the icebox for a little while to thicken it back up.
Okay.
Or else it'll water down.
You got to plan ahead if you're going to make it.
Plan ahead. And just put a tablespoon in. And then you're going to go ahead and get the hazelnut spread, which is in the store, it's Nutello, that hazelnut and peanut butter, or peanuts, hazelnuts. Put that on there. And now you just put on another 40 pounds, but that's okay.
Well,
Go ahead and hit it with your egg wash around the sides. Go ahead and fold it over. And then go ahead and just pinch the sides so it'll stay.
Yeah. Oh, let me get my head out of the way there so you can see you're making the little fork marks in there.
Yep. So just to poof it, just like a turnover.
Except it's a calzone.
It's a calzone. It has to be. Now, if you don't have chocolate on Valentine's Day, it's like a day without sunshine. So you have to have that. You have to have that.
I'm not going to argue with you. What are we doing this? Is this strawberry
sauce? This is the
sauce?
Strawberry sauce that we're going to put on after we're done. When it comes out of the oven, give it a nice little color and more flavor and more pounds to put on. And we'll just go from there. I heard the Navy's in the house today, and that's a good thing because if they're looking for poster girls, we got 3 here. Just get them in uniform and take your choice.
I was in uniform there, Pally.
Well, I just said get it back on. I'm sure it still fits, and go ahead and...
Spoken like a true Marine. You know what Marine stands for? I can't say it right now.
Yes.
But I know you have a better joke that you told me, too.
And then what we're doing next after that is we're making a Valentine special pasta. It's called Penne Marmonti. It's got a brandy tomato cream sauce, and it's really good.
That sounds good.
We'll cook that off, and these will take about 10 minutes in the oven at 375.
Okay.
And then you're going to have a nice dessert to go with the pasta.
All right.
Is that nice or what?
It is. It is sweet. All right, we'll be back to work on our main course, doing things a little bit backwards today. Not that we're going to eat dessert first. We just made dessert. Back in Hampton Road Show Kitchen. Just wash some hands again. Chef Robert, the master chef from City Dock Restaurant, is back to make this Marmonti pasta.
Yes.
Which I've not heard of before. And you've been here, you've been on the show a lot, yet you always come with something new that you haven't made before on the show.
Yep.
So what's that?
I'm adding some brandy. Hennessy is probably the best one you want. And I don't want to flame it because I want the full flavor in here.
Okay.
Like one time we had flame here and it thought we couldn't have a barbecue, but that was okay.
Well, because, I mean, normally when you do cook with an alcohol, you do burn it off.
You want to burn it off, yeah.
But not this time.
Not this time, because you want to have that flavor. Put in the fresh basil.
But it's not too strong.
Not too strong.
All right.
And when you're cooking, try to get away from the dehydrated, seasonings that are in the jar. It's so much cheaper and so much better and healthier for you when you can go and cut your own basil. And you can, of course, buy the Parmesan cheese in a block, but we do, and then we grate it.
You're right.
It brings it all together,
You're right, though. It's such an old habit to keep the old stuff. But even when you just look at the color, like the color of that basil you have versus what's in the jar on my spice rack.
What you're paying for in the store is convenience, but you've lost the flavor and whatever else you're making. Then you put in the heavy whipping cream. Yeah.
Ooh.
And then you're going to bring this to a simmer, and then we'll go ahead and shock our pasta.
Shock the pasta. Want me to do that?
Please, would you go ahead and start that?
Does it matter? Just a bunch of...
Just fill it up, and then we'll put it in here.
Okay.
And at the last minute, we'll go ahead and add the Parmesan cheese, and that'll thicken it up. And then it's ready to plate with a little bit of fresh basil over the top. And, if you don't have pasta on a romantic date, there's something wrong with you. People say it's chocolate. It's pasta. Trust me.
It's pasta. Lady and the Tramp. Hello.
There you go.
Okay, I am burning myself just a little bit.
Now we're going to have, at Valentine's Day, we're going to have a nice thing at the restaurant, City Dock, so you might want to come down, make your reservations early, We got a wonderful meal planned. The grilled veal chop stuffed with fresh spinach and mozzarella cheese. It's unbelievable.
Oh, man.
Homemade
will this
desserts.
be on the menu, too?
We're going to have a pasta on the menu, yes. And all
Because
the
a day
different...
without pasta is like a day without sunshine.
There you go.
All right.
And of course, when you're home, you got nothing to do, and the kids want something special, and you just got over gingerbread houses for Christmas. Use the same recipe, and then just go crazy with your kids. Do something.
Yeah.
Decorate. You can
Very
do it
cute.
for Halloween. You can do it for...
I spilled a little bit of that pasta.
That's okay. But how much is missing? Oh, we got a lot missing. Wow.
Just, well, not, that'll take it out of my portion. Okay, there we go. I know.
Comedy from the background here, okay?
Yeah, that's right. Antonio on the roaming camera never misses a move.
And never put pasta into a mix that's not been shocked, because then you're going to have so much starch that it'll turn into cement on you, and then it's terrible. You want to have that nice, usually you take it right from being cooked right into the pasta.
Yes, I do. That's a no-no?
That's a no-no. And never put what on pasta. Never put what in the water.
Oil!
There you go.
Or else the sauce won't stick.
So sauce will not stick. And then what I'm doing is mixing it together, adding more basil as I go along. And when you taste this, you're like, unbelievable. Then you go ahead and put the Parmesan cheese in. That'll give it your thickening that you want to have.
Yep.
And in about 3 minutes, it's going to be ready to serve.
Can we go back to the shocking the pasta thing?
Yes.
So how do you do that? So if you don't put it right from when you cooked it into the pot,
then
what do you do?
You saw how it was sticking together in the pan.
Yeah, so you're saying drain it, take it out, put it in a pan?
Put it in a pan.
And then put it back in the water?
Put it back in when you're ready to use it. You can cook it overnight, keep it in the refrigerator, take it out, and then go through the shock process. But when you do that, make sure you don't cook it all the way.
But that's a better thing to do.
Yes.
Than to just cook it and throw it in there.
The secret to all cooking is getting your prep ready. You can do a whole Thanksgiving Day meal if you had everything prepped probably within an hour, where it normally take you 5 or 6 hours.
That's true. All right.
We're all set.
All right. Looks terrific. We'll be back to talk more about desserts and what's going on at the Sheraton for Valentine's Day. All right, we're back in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen. Chef Robert here is continuing to shock the pasta. We're going to finish up our dish and dessert in just a moment. But what would a romantic meal be without some wine? Joshua Haugh brings us a couple of selections.
Exactly.
Today.
Don't go without it, please. The first one, I picked a Frescobaldi Chianti Reserva, the Nipozzano bottling. And medium-bodied Chianti, going to go so well with Chef's pasta dish today.
Now, we did kind of, you said smell this, and I smelled it, and I guessed Pinot Noir.
That's correct.
And I was close.
Almost. You were halfway there.
So what is it?
This is a Pinotage, and actually I found this bottle because of my wife, Kim. She was reading this book, Skinny Bitch, and it talks about drinking organic and sulfite-free wine.
Yeah. Don't say that title again.
Yeah, so
Oh, really?
That they're better for you. So
no added sulfites.
I said, I'm going to go find an organic and sulfite-free wine, and it's also a fair trade wine from South Africa, and it's the Pinotage. And Pinotage is a classic grape from South Africa, and it's actually a sort of a clone grape. It's a cloned Pinot Noir and Cinsault grape.
Well, that's neat, and I've heard the sulfites are what gives you the old headache too.
They can affect some people like that, but sort of most winemakers do prefer to use them. It does preserve their wines better. It can be dangerous not to use them, but it works well with this one.
Yeah. So if you're opening this, you're finishing it. That's wise, right?
I would recommend it, sure.
Yeah, okay.
I think you should anyways, regardless.
I know.
So.
Forgot what I was asking there, Josh. All right, interesting choices there, and a pretty label too, which is how a lot of people choose their wine, let's face it.
That's right, and you can actually get both of them on Valentine's Day at the City Dock. We have some great packages, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Right.
We are doing a educational class on Saturday with Chef and the head winemaker from Chatham Vineyards from the Eastern Shore. And if you join us that day, we also have a special couples gift that we're giving from the Williamsburg Salt Spa.
Cheese and a nice candle in there,
Yeah,
and
so
bath stuff.
exactly.
You're working with the hotel for a great rate on an overnight stay on Saturday, and an even better rate on Sunday and Monday too. Boy,
That's right, all
Valentine's
3
Day
nights.
is lasting all weekend long.
It is.
At the Sheraton Waterside. Thank you so much for coming and for your picks for the wine too. Thank you, Cam, for the picks on the wine today too. All right, so our dessert calzones have come out of the oven.
All ready to go, and as you can see, it's for 2 people. We've cut it in half, and then they share it.
Okay.
And then we'll go ahead and start the plate up of the penne. The penne, of course,
It's gotten nice and thick.
Nice and thick, and that's what you want. And, of course, you go ahead and hit it just a little bit more with sauce, because some people want to taste the sauce that we make.
A little extra.
And then a little fresh basil on top, a little Parmesan cheese. And there's
voila.
a wonderful meal.
There you go.
It's all set and ready to go. Of course, the sauce, we'll do a show one time of all the sauces and let people see what they can do with just plain tomato sauce, how many different ways you can go.
Starting with the same basics.
Same with the base sauce. Yeah,
All right.
that's
Well,
great.
thank you very much. And again, all the ingredients, the technique will be online later today. And, you know, Chef Robert is not the only one in the studio who knows how to cook this morning.